1, go.
Crichton's World Reviews.
This is the review of Until Dawn. I haven't finished the game, but I can say that this film has nothing to do with the video game. Understandable, because obviously they don't want it to be exactly the same as the game. They did try to tell a new narrative, but I don't think it really worked.
No, I don't know the game at all. I didn't even know it existed before this. But I really didn't get into the movie that much. I wasn't interested in the characters and their stories about the girl that was missing. I didn't care about it.
Exactly, because they did real poor job about actually pointing out what it's supposed to be about. Because in the game, the first you get introduced to certain characters and these two sisters, and then the two sisters they are at that spot or the area where where the cabin and everything is, and then something happens to one of the sisters, and then immediately you get invested, and then something bad happens to the one of the sisters, she dies, no, and then a few years or a year later, you have all these that one sister who survived and a friend, and it kind of makes and then it slowly builds up to something, and it makes sense. But this one doesn't make any sense. These people, they go to this town because supposedly the sister is there, but did we ever get anything about the sister? Was there really no? And then there is this new gimmick that is introduced where that's not a spoiler, no? I mean it happens from the start.
No, I don't think so.
No, where the people they get chased or whatever, and then they get killed, and then somehow they survive. There's this whole Groundhog Day gimmick where they die, and then they have to go through everything all over again, and it's a nice gimmick. But in this case, I don't think it's done they use it in a clever way, like in Happy Death Day, Groundhog Day. At least they do something with the gimmick. Here is no, I didn't feel like they did something useful.
Exactly, because when you get the gimmick in the movies, you see them try something different each time, no?
Yes.
Here's they're stupid. It takes them how many?
Well, a lot of times, and still they don't do what they should have been doing in the first place, like escaping the whole house and going outside. Try to see if they don't even try. I mean, if they would try, and then you would see, oh, there's no escaping. Okay, that's another matter, no? But they don't even try.
They were just there like chickens waiting to be killed.
Yeah, exactly. They were waiting it out. They even say it stated. I think waiting it out doesn't work. No, you think? It's
Yeah.
It's that would be one of the first. I would try stop it. If then I fail, okay, maybe I should try out a different strategy. No, that that would be at least logical. But these people aren't logical. They're first of all, somebody dies. They go to this place. They don't know what happened, and then they get stuck in this dimension. Let's say dimension, and then things go to hell. But first of all, they don't stick together. They go their separate ways. Why? Why would you do that? I know it's a trope, but that at one point you need to smarten up, no? You need to stay together, and then these unknown actors we don't care for a single second. Did we care for them? No, I don't think so. Normally, if somebody would be stuck in some certain situation, they would try to get out. They didn't even try it. They were just standing there. I mean, if they would have gone out and then they would see that there's no way out, then the waiting out would make some sense. No, they're trying to figure out another way to get out of the situation.
Exactly.
And I think they did try. They did go outside, but they for completely different reason. I don't think. But I think maybe that's the movie's fault. They really didn't go back to the beginning. They once they were inside, they were stuck. They did seem to be stuck, but I think the movie didn't make it clear that there was no way for them to get out of that dimension. And I think that was very important. That would at least made me side with them a little. They're that's not something they could count for. Oh, unless I mean,
yeah.
The minute they saw that there was on one side it was dry and then the other side it was raining, that already would like give me like some pause to go into the mansion.
Yes.
We'll be like, no. Let us turn around and go away because this is not a good situation to be in. But they're clueless. Okay, we understand it's a movie and then they need to go through those things. And then they go inside and then things start happening. And I was invested like for a couple of minutes. But then I don't know, like it derailed because the people are not making sense. They're not acting logically.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't like the characters. I didn't like how events unfolded. It wasn't really scary. There were some creepy stuff and some really good moments, but they're like one or two. No, the one or two moments where you're like, oh, that was interesting. But
yes, but they don't make it worth it.
No.
I mean, they're cool to watch, but
yeah,
they don't make up for all the wasting.
No, so this is I would say like the game is better because the game at least builds up to something and it at least does more with little, actually with little, because it actually knows what horror is about. It should like build up to some tension, some like atmosphere, and this film lacks all of that. No, like it has creepy things, but it's not like it does, like it's not effective. It doesn't know how to use it like optimally, and they easily could have. But no, it's a no for me. Big no for me.
Yeah, for me too.